We don't want just one church or one committee or one guy to be able to call the shots for everybody. Because then what happens is if that one organization goes bad, then the whole thing goes bad because it's all connected. But if they're all independent, if one church goes bad, one church goes bad. Everybody else is still on the right track. But what happens is when you have these Bible colleges, you end up centralizing a lot of power because when the young people all go off to that same Bible college, a lot of times they end up being more loyal to that Bible college than they are loyal to their own local church. And then you have these little churches struggling and they're losing manpower, they're losing loyalty, they're losing the young. And then the Bible colleges are just sucking it all up and just getting bigger and fatter and greedier and just building fancier buildings. And then when they start compromising and watering things down or start teaching false doctrine, they end up corrupting a whole generation of young people. And everything brings forth after its own kind. You know, I think that America would be a lot better off if just local church pastors would reproduce themselves.
Absolutely.
You know, because you got a lot of great pastors out there in local churches all over America. And if they could just train the next generation to be like them and to do like them, instead of sending them to these Bible colleges where it's like a factory.
Well, I mean, you ask yourself, why did Timothy turn out so good? Well, it's because he was trained by Paul. And the Apostle Paul told him, thou hast known my doctrine. And he trained him and he said, you know, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. He told him to exercise himself in these matters. That's why Timothy was successful in the ministry, because he was trained by another individual.
He was mentored by a real man of God.
Right.
And so instead of just going to some factory, some assembly line that's going to churn out all the graduates and give everybody their certificate, you know, what we really need is just men of God doing the work, apprenticing young preachers and teaching them actually how to do the work.
Yeah, we just need to go back to that biblical model
Yeah.
of pastors training their people, churches producing churches.